All right, 1 second. Make sure the audio is working. Okay, today we have a subject to deal. So a sub to deal is when you're buying a property subject to the existing financing. So in this scenario, you would be buying the property, so the deed transfers over to you, right? You would take title of the property, but the existing loan probably will stay in the existing seller's name or whoever that might have been that had taken out the loan out in the first place. So why is that an attractive deal? Because typically those interest rates are a little bit lower than what is currently available on the market, especially if you are pursuing a DSCR loan where your interest rates are probably around like high sevens or even around the 8, right? For the most part. So today we're gonna look at this deal, 456 John Yon Place in Havana, Florida, 32333. Purchase price $367, 5.62%. Total monthly payment is $29.40. Entry fee is $19,555. It's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2406 square feet. See, 95.55 to the seller or the agent with a $10,000 assignment, and this is how the PITI breaks down to $29.40. They say the long-term rental is $22.40, so I can tell that's already a negative cash flowing deal, but we're going to go ahead and put in all the numbers so you guys can see why you can rule out these deals, okay? Now, let me take a quick look at this property to see. Okay, there's a pool on this property. Not like the most modern house, but it's not too bad, so it is rent ready, technically. I would get rid of the trampoline. That's a huge liability. There's a pool right there. Okay, interesting. All right, now, what we're going to do is we have to add in a few items. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to get the FMR, the fair market rents. And you can do that by Googling HUD FMR, click on the first link right here, scrolling down, clicking on access to small area FMRs. Once you get over here, then you click on FY 2024 FMRs, and now you're going to pick Florida, and let's see what county this is in. I'm just going to do a control find. Looking for the word county, and this is in Gadsden County, G-A-D, Gadsden County. This is 32333. So you can see that apparently a 4 bedrooms rent ceiling is $1,510. That is really, really low. All right. And what's a 1370? Wow. That is really, really low. 32333. Wow. That's a big difference, huh? Especially when compared to that. And now when I look up a market rent right here, it says, wow, there's probably no rentals out here. See, I can't even trust this data, but then the only time I can even see a 4 bedroom, but see how big the radius is? The number you care most about here is this number on the bottom right. But usually in the past couple of days, what we've been seeing is rents that are typically reflective of an average rent for maybe usually 1 mile, 2 mile radius max. You never see something this spread apart, and it's only for 3 units. So one, it tells me that there's not much market out there for a rental, or there is just a dearth of supply for 4 bedrooms. So let me write that one down. 1501 is what's over here. And that's an 11-mile radius. So I'm gonna just put that in there. 1501. Let's see if there's any 3 bedrooms in there. Let's see what's going on with this area. Oh yeah, I mean you had to go 28 miles to get 18 units of rental, and that's only 1143. So now that air market rent of 1500 for the FMR compared to the market rent of 1500. So I'm just gonna underwrite this at 1450 maybe, just to show you how much money you're going to lose on this deal. But for the most part, I would have ruled out this deal already right then and there. It just does not seem like an area that I would be interested in. It's really rural. Let's try to check it out on a map. Where is Havana, Florida? That's really, really north of Tallahassee. Is it in a flood zone? No, I don't think so. Just out of the flood zone right here. Okay. Let's go ahead and plug in these numbers just for the exercise. All right. So for this property, let's put in these numbers side by side here. I'm going to put this on over here. And for those of you that need full screen, just go to youtube.com/@Kent_HE and you will be able to see it. So purchase price $367. put that right into a B4. My rehab, I'm just gonna leave it at $3,500. But if you want, you probably just go through the calculator right here and to repaint the entire place. But I can already tell it's not a deal, so I'm not even gonna worry about the rehab number. At $1,450 for rents, which we just pulled when we compared the lower of the two of the fair market rent compared to the rent ceiling, and I'm just gonna take the lower of the two because of the rent reasonableness test. And now I'm gonna keep going down here. And let's see, $19.55 is my entry fee, and that's made up of a 9555. So I'm gonna manually hard code this in E19. So it's no longer a formula. It's no longer taking the asking price multiplied by the down payment percentage, which we were doing only because we were buying on an on-market property. All right, $10,000 assignment. I got 2.5% for closing costs, and I got $3,500 for renovations. And right then and there, the PITI is going to be $2,940. So I'm going to go to this property tax number. Actually, let me plug in the loan details first, just to kind of keep things super straightforward. The loan, $347,445. $347,445. That's how much is remaining. 5.6% interest rate. This is maturing in 8/1/2052. So that means it's probably started 8/1/2022. So 30 years before that. And now that it's calculating my principal and interest, I'm going to back into what my taxes and insurance number is. How I'm going to do that is I'm going to take the total number that's been disclosed, which is $2,940. So I'm going to go to my property tax number, and B28 equals $2,940. And now I'm going to subtract my principal, and I'm going to subtract my interest portion. And that's going to give me the remaining escrow amount that it's usually setting aside for property taxes and insurance, right? Because I got disclosed the total amount of principal and interest, but if you understand how the amortization schedule works, it changes every month, right? The principal portion, the interest portion changes every single month. That's why, to get back to the whole number, which is what I really care about for analyzing cash flow, I'm using the disclosed amount of $2,940, subtracting by the principal interest, so I don't really care how it changes month to month, and that's how I back into my total payment. All right. Then I'll probably add another $30 to $50 a month for insurance because it's going up every single month. So I'm just gonna add at least $30. That should probably be the bare minimum. It probably should be higher. At 10% set aside for maintenance every single month. At 10% for property management every single month. And I got 5% for vacancy because someone always moves out. The most important part is probably your maintenance amount. I've seen people put 5, 7, 10%, but please be conservative because the last thing you will want is for you to overestimate your expenses. Overestimate your profits because you were underestimating your expenses. A lot of folks, they don't underwrite with expenses for some reason. And it's almost really silly because you know you're going to replace the roof in 10, 15 years. You know the HVAC is going to go out. You know the water heater is going to go out eventually. And when you fork out the money for that big CapEx item, the big capital investment later down the road to replace those big items, you're going to figure out, hey, if I didn't set aside the money every month, that money just wiped out all my profits that I quote unquote thought I was earning, when in reality you were losing money every single month. So something that's really, really important, make sure you always underwrite with some CapEx in there so that you don't get caught thinking that you're making more money than you really are. So in this scenario, let's look at it. As a 4-bed, I'm renting out for $1,450, and I will be negative $1,882 a month. That's a negative 70% return on your money. So this is how I know this is not even close to being a deal. But again, the whole point of this exercise was I wanted to show you all that this is about 20K, and then this is about 5.6%. I wanted to show you all why I would have ruled out the deal, right? When they disclosed that the PITI was $2,940 and the long-term rental was $2,240, that already made me think that it wasn't going to work. However, sometimes I like to just take a quick look because I might see something in the deal that others don't, such as the ability to add an additional bedroom to get additional rents. But that's definitely not the case in the scenario, right? So that's why I went ahead and did an analysis so that you guys can actually see how much money do you really lose on this deal. And as you build up these reps, as you build up this cadence, this habit of analyzing deals every single day, you're going to start realizing what's a deal and what's not a deal right away. And that's what I'm hoping you guys are able to achieve by watching these videos. It's because the faster you are able to raw deals, the more time you're going to save, the more energy you are going to conserve. And at that point in time, that's how you avoid burnout. Because where does burnout come from? Burnout typically comes from doing a ton of work for no return on your effort. And the more you're able to conserve your energy, that's how you're going to be able to avoid that. So I hope you all were able to learn a little bit something today. I hope you are able to copy my homework. So here's my recommendation. Analyze the same deal I analyzed today using the same spreadsheet. And if you want, you can just go to affordablehousing.io. Let me pull it up right here. If you go to affordablehousing.io, not .com, affordablehousing.io, you can go to my website, and then you can just go click on Get Deal Analysis Tool. When you come here, put in your name, your address, and stuff, your email. Promise I'm not spamming you, but you guys want to copy the spreadsheet, this will just automatically send it out to you. This way, I no longer have to ask people to DM me your emails anymore or anything like that. This is the fastest way, the most efficient way. And most importantly, this spreadsheet, I didn't make it from scratch. I just took it from other people, a few combination spreadsheets from other people. I tweaked it, I modified to make it my own. And that's how I am able to quickly underwrite a lot more fast. So, hope that helps. I hope you guys all have an amazing Saturday. I hope you guys all spend some quality time with your family and friends today, because I always enjoy coming on these lives with you. My sincere goal is you develop this habit with me. Remember, all it takes is 18 minutes a day for 365 days. And you'll be better at analyzing deals than 95% of the world. Might that give you a little bit more confidence that you know what you're doing? Might that give your partners more confidence that you know what you're doing? Especially if a deal comes across your table and slaps you across the face, and now you're telling your partners about it. They're going to be like, hey, why do you think it's a deal? Well, at that point in time, you can say, well, I know it's a deal because I've been looking at deals for the past 266 days. All right. So have an amazing day. Hey, Vernine, thank you for joining the live, man. I appreciate you, and I will see you all soon. I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 267. Do it with me, guys. Have a good one.